Hello everybody, I'm Shinobu and this is an LoD guide for the Throne of the Tides Heroic Dungeon. Today we'll be covering every detail you need to know. If you wish to see other dungeon guides, make sure to visit our YouTube channel as well as our blog for more detailed information. The first boss you will encounter is Lady Najar. During Phase 1, your group will simply need to avoid the water spout that appears below random group members, as it will deal a significant amount of damage and knock them up in the air. Lady Najar also has a deadly shock blast ability, which is on a 10-second cooldown. This must also be interrupted, otherwise your tank may easily die. A few seconds into the fight, she will transition into Phase 2. She will stand in the middle of the room and go immune to damage, and begin casting water cyclones that will slowly make their way to the edge of the room. You will need to avoid these cyclones at all costs, as they will trap anyone nearby for about 5 seconds and do a lot of damage. She will also summon 3 new adds, an Honor Guard and 2 Tempest Witches. It is recommended that you crowd control both witches and focus your DPS on the Honor Guard. Once he is dead, you can kill the other 2 adds. Be advised, however, you must kill all 3 adds quick enough, as Lady Najar will only stand still for a short period of time, and your tank can get overwhelmed by the damage if the adds and the boss are both active. The second boss is Commander Olfurt, located right outside the room of the previous boss. For the most part, this fight is fairly simple, however, it has a strong DPS check. Olfurt only has 2 abilities that you need to be aware of. The first one is a squeeze ability, which will grab a random group member and deal some damage over time. You must simply heal through this ability. The second ability is a Shadow Fissure, which will spawn a Void Zone graphic on the floor that slowly grows over time. These fissures never stop growing, so you must kill the boss before you run out of space. As you can see in our video, we were not familiar with the Shadow Fissure mechanic, so we got the very first one in the middle of the room. You should try to begin the fight on the edges of the room, and have every new fissure spawn near another, so that you can prolong the fight if your DPS is not high enough. Don't stand in the fissures, heal through the squeeze damage, and you should kill this boss in no time. The third boss is called Mindbender Gursha, who is a small squid that will be mind-controlling a shaman. During the first phase, you will be fighting the mind-controlled shaman, and you must get him down to 50% before Gursha releases him. The shaman has a Lava Bolt cast, which will need to be interrupted. Lava Bolt deals a lot of damage on a random group member and knocks him back, which will set you back on healing by a significant amount. He also has Earth Shards, which is an uninterruptible cast that spawns shards below a random group member. These shards deal a lot of damage, and you should simply move away from them as soon as they spawn. Once you get the shaman to 50%, Gursha will try to find a new host, and a random group member will be chosen to be mind-controlled. Be mindful that any group member is in danger of being chosen, including your healer. Simply DPS down the member down to 50% health, and Gursha will once again release his host. Be careful not to kill your group member, and damage over time abilities should be avoided to minimize damage on your own group. At this point you will reach Phase 3. The most important thing to avoid on this phase is the magic shield, which he will periodically cast on himself. Whenever this happens, you should have an offensive dispel ready, or stop doing magic attacks, as they will heal him significantly and prolong the fight. He will also channel a lot of AoE damage on your group. The damage is not deadly, but if you have any problems dealing with it, you can always line of sight around the 4 pillars in the room. Finally, he will also spawn poison on the floor. Simply kite him away and make sure nobody stands on it. The next and final boss will be Azumat. To begin the event, you will have to speak with Neptunian and protect him while he purifies the waters of the ocean. During Phase 1, you will have to deal with Murloc invaders, which should be AoE down, as well as one unyielding behemoth and vicious mind slayers. Simply kill the adds as they appear, and you will shortly begin Phase 2. On this phase, Azumat will appear and summon 3 Faceless Sappers. The goal of this phase is to kill the 3 Faceless Sappers before they kill Neptunian. You will also have to deal with Blightbeast and Azumat's ink attack. Simply move away from the ink and kill the Blightbeast before they overwhelm your tank. Having 2 DPS on Blightbeast duty and another killing the Sappers has proven to be an effective way to keep all the adds under control in this phase. After you kill all 3 Sappers, Neptunian will cleanse the water and you will gain a gigantic DPS healing buff. You will need to save all your major DPS cooldowns for this phase and target Azumat, who will be located on top of the room, and kill him before he kills your group. He will be casting Blight of Azumat, which is a stacking debuff that will do increased damage over time until your group finally dies. You have now completed the Throne of the Tides on Heroic Mode. Congratulations! This was Shinobu, bringing you another LoD Cataclysm Dungeon Guide. If you wish to see other boss guides, make sure to check out both our channel and our website, and feel free to join our blog to participate in our discussions. Both links can be found in the description box below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching!